All right, so we're getting back on the giveaway Jeep for Tread Lightly. We've got a B pillar to cut. So I'm just gonna make myself a tape line. I think that'll be just fine. Does that look good?
Looks straight to me.
With your crooked eye?
With both crooked eyes, mean straight eye.
We'll get this thing cut off. Robby, no! Hey! What?
They said not to cut it.
Who said not to cut it?
The viewers.
Oh, the internet said not to cut it. I forgot. Good thing you stopped me. Disaster averted. So we asked you guys if you wanted the B pillars cut or not. Tons of you. Tons of you said to leave the B pillars uncut. So what we're gonna offer is to the person that wins this Jeep, if you want your B pillars cut, bring it back to us. We'll cut them for free and we'll repaint it. So that's part of the giveaway deal. We'll cut them later if you want them cut. That way, whoever wins it can make the choice. Dinner saved you, little buddy. So today, I've got everybody that's gonna be helping. We're gonna be busting these doors off, disassembling them, prepping them all out, getting them in the booth, sealing, basing, clearing, and then we're reassembling them on. So we can get this thing back to Hollie and Walter. They gotta get on the road with it. So I'm gonna pull the back door off. Every one of us, they don't know it yet, but it's a race. So we're gonna pull it all apart and see who can get it apart the quickest and sand it. So Dinner, when you take that off, don't take the latch assembly off. We're not gonna paint that bracket. That way when we bolt it back up, it'll go right where it needs to be.
Okay, we got the handle off and the latch off. Now we'll pull the door up. There we go.
Sounds like a bunch of busy working bees. So what I'm doing right now is we're 180ing all the bare aluminum. That way we can epoxy prime it, put our base coat, and then clear coat it. So bare metal requires a 180 scratch in it. You have like 30 minutes to get bare aluminum top coated, so we've got to work fast, otherwise it oxidizes. That's something that you don't want it to do. So now that I've got it all 180'd, I'm just going over everything with red Scotch-Brite. Just make sure everything's got a nice tooth on it. This hinge moved on me, so I'm gonna put the door back on, bolt it up tight, just make sure that everything's right where we want it before we paint it. And once my outside is all finished, sand and scuff the inside the rest of the way.
We're all done with this door now. Sorry, Dinner, I beat you. Some people might think, oh, is Joe just really good? But no, it's just because I have a smaller door.
I'm almost there. I got one hinge left.
No one can touch us.
Dinner. Oh, he's not done.
Hey. We still beat Robby, so that's really all that matters, is that I get to beat my boss.
Done.
All right, so all the doors are sanded. We're gonna get them over into the booth. We're gonna blow them off, put them on stands, get them all painted. I lost. I got a phone call and I had to take it. It's depressing. Somehow I'm gonna figure out a way to hold this so that it's flat and straight. What I'll do is I'll put this little hooky-do in there. I'll grab the other door, get that set on. Just wanna match what I've got on the other side so that it works. All right, so we're gonna get the back doors, get them hung up, blow it off. Then I'm gonna put them in the booth. Cody's gonna wax and grease them while I'm mixing up the epoxy. I'm gonna blow tack and static them, epoxy all these because they've got to sit for a little while. While it's sitting, I'm gonna be painting another body for a different video. Got two things going on at once that are gonna be in totally separate videos. We put everything on stands with wheels. That way we can move it so we don't get overspray on other jobs. Comes in handy. I like it a lot.
Just using a stainless brush to get down in the crevices and make sure the welds are clean so we can get good adhesion on the paint.
All right, so I'm gonna mix up the epoxy primer that we're gonna use because it requires an induction period. So it's a 15-minute induction. I'm gonna get it mixed and let it sit in the cup while Cody's getting that all waxed and greased. This is something that is oddly satisfying. Shaking paint. Get it tightened in. Oh yeah. Not bad. We're gonna mix it 2 to 1 to half. It's 2 parts of epoxy primer, 1 part of catalyst, and half a part of thinner. We're gonna mix up 2 cups. I wanna try to anticipate how much I'm gonna use so I can mix it all because it has to have that induction period. So I don't wanna have to remix, get it all stirred up and let it induct. And then the pot life on something like this is about 5 hours. We just need it to sit for a minimum of 15 minutes, but it can sit here up to 5 hours.
Time to get the doors in the booth and ready to spray. Okay, now it's time to wax and grease the doors, get them ready for paint. That's so we can take all the oils from our skin off and whatever else has got on there to contaminate the surface. You can see on the rag there was a little bit still left on there we got off. And then Robby will get the rest off when he blows tacks and statics to make sure you got a good clean surface, no contaminants on it. Won't have a problem with delamination of your paint down the road.
All right, we've got everything loaded. It's time to blow, tack, and static. For those of you that are new to the channel, we're gonna blow over there, tack it with a tack rack, and static control it with our static control gun. All right, I'm gonna go get my mask. We're gonna get this thing sprayed out. All right, got it all filled. We're gonna let this sit. We're gonna be going to a different video for a little while. You won't see that, but while this flashes off, I'm gonna paint the stuff that's in the booth as well. I'm not gonna show you that. You'll have to go in a couple of weeks and watch that video. You're not supposed to show what's behind me. All right, so we're back to the giveaway Jeep. I got this other stuff painted. That's on another episode. We're gonna static control all this, get it based out, and then we're gonna check the color on the Jeep. This is called a spray out card. Just gonna put a coat of base on it. Let it sit. Two doors down, two more to go. We got our coat of base down. I'm gonna let it flash for 8 minutes, go mix up some more, come back in, put a second coat on, then we're bringing you guys back in for clear. In the meantime, we're gonna be taking that spray out card out to the Jeep and checking our color. So it's very important when you're butt matching stuff, you wanna make sure that the color is not gonna be completely different. It's hard to get them dead on, but we're gonna do the best we can. So we've got a spray out card, we've got our sun gun, and our quick check. What this is this emulates clear. So we're gonna spray it on it, we're gonna hold it up, and use our sun gun, and we're gonna see what this color is gonna look like. Look at that. Makes it appear as if it's cleared. Put a little check on there. So with my sun gun, what I'm checking is called the angle, the flop, and the metallic size, and then our color. Guess what? I did what I do best. I screwed up. On this color, it's Chrysler PAU. There's 10 variants. So I picked one that I thought would work. I did a spray out card. I looked at it. I thought it was gonna work. Lo and behold, I sprayed it out on the doors and it's wrong. So we've sanded the doors back down. I'm gonna mix up a couple of colors that I think it's gonna be. We're gonna do 2 more spray outs. If those don't match, then we're gonna do 8 more spray outs. We'll do as many spray outs as we need. We'll figure out which one's the best. Then if we have to adjust the color, we will. Thought I nailed it, but I didn't. All right, so 3 spray outs later, 4 doors sanded down and masked. We're gonna try this again. I've got the color that I think is gonna work best for a butt match. It may not be perfect, but you know what? I talked to Walter and Holly today. They're covering this thing up with stickers. So I didn't even need to redo it. All right, what do you think, Hillbilly?
Let's get it done.
A man of simple words. Not a lot of expression coming from this one.
Talking means less working.
He is correct. Less talky, more worky.
Worky.
All right, so these are the spray outs. Those are all the same exact color. All right, so those of you that are new to the channel, what a variant means is it's a variation of a color of a color code. So there's a color code for your vehicle, and then there's variants. This one happens to have 10 variants. We've got 3 here. We sprayed 1 out that we had wrong. That one's wrong. That one's wrong. That one's righter than those 3. Wish us luck. All right, it's time to blow, tack, and static all my panels. We're gonna blow the panel, we're gonna tack it, and we're gonna static control it. We got dinner in the booth tonight.
What's up, guys?
Some of you may not have noticed, but he got a haircut and he's looking fresh today. All right, our first coat of base is on. We're gonna go hit that flash, wait 8 minutes, come back in, get our second coat, then we're putting clear on it. One nice thing about a reap spray, this is so fresh that you just gotta hurry and scuff it down, some 600 grit, some red Scotch Brite, and then get everything to bite back into that fresh paint. So it's not a huge deal, it's just frustrating, but sometimes you just gotta own your mistakes and redo it. It's just life. All right, you know the drill. Time to flash off, 10 more minutes, put a second coat on, then we're gonna bring you guys back in, show you when it's done. All right, we got the doors all cleared up, 2 good coats. I think this color is gonna work. All right, it's late, so it's time to go home. It is tomorrow. Look at that color.
That looks good.
Door number 2. It's kind of cool because this upper hinge has longer thread, so you can hook it, drop it in. Nice. We're gonna put a rear door on now. Got it. All right, 4th door. Now we just gotta get the handles in them, the latches, and all the cable work. All right, well, we've run into an issue. We're working on this door. See, we're getting the cables all put on for the latch assembly. We'll show you how we did that. We've got a big one that's our check strap. The little clamps that came with it are too small. So Dinner's gonna run to Ace Hardware and go see if we can get some new clamps. So Cody's gonna keep working on the door and we'll be right back. We are in luck. We went to Ace Hardware. Check that out. Slide on like butter. Right size for the job. If I could feed it in correctly, that'd be cool. Something like that. Because the way this works is you gotta make a loop. Now I'm gonna stretch it out. I'm gonna make sure you want the door to open to about right there. Yeah, about right there is perfect. Wouldn't you say, Dinner? Mm-hmm. All right, so I'm gonna get my crimpers in here and I'm gonna crimp it down. Crimp it good.
Crimp it good.
So that's all crimped down nice like.
Is that intended for battery cables?
Yes. But this is cable, isn't it? Stops it from overextending. It's called the door check. Check strap. Door's done. All right, we're on the last door. Gonna get this cable all crimped up and we've got this thing done. What I'm gonna do is crimp the front one first, or the back one, or whichever one it might be. Okay, so what I wanna do is I wanna make sure that it will pull it tight enough, but doesn't over pull it. See how that's over pulling? So I wanna make it to where it doesn't over pull. I'm gonna tighten it up just a little bit more. We're gonna crimp it right there. All right. Okay. So we got a ton of stuff done. We got these doors all painted, looking good. We got them all buttoned up, tightened up, cables working, everything's good on them. We want to thank Tread Lightly for allowing us to work on the giveaway Jeep. And don't forget to head over to their website so that you can enter to win this Jeep. As always, we appreciate you guys. And if you enjoy this video, go check out this one.